It's funny to note that at this point we're about halfway through the announcements and all of the press conferences because the week only just started.
Yeah, it's Monday.
So, even Bethesda didn't even stay at the same time. Everyone's shuffling, except for these last three. These last three are pretty much in the same place they've been all this time.
Mm-hmm.
A Monday, late afternoon, we're going to get Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. I hope they don't get acquired.
Well, no, they're going to. This is going to be the last Ubisoft press conference for E3 before it's the inevitable Vivendi takeover takes place.
And then we're going to see a lot of changes.
And Yves Guillemot gets removed, and they lose all their creative freedom. But for the now, we get that little glimmer of hope that maybe they're going to announce some stuff that's going to not be canceled once Vivendi takes over. Which I don't want to feel pessimistic when we started off, but let's try and shake it up with some positivity. Let's start off with Assassin's Creed Origins.
Now, this was leaked, right?
It was kind of leaked, yeah. There were screenshots, a screenshot of artwork that being like, this is taking place in Egypt, and we thought we saw something like this a couple of years ago, and it seems likely that the game got delayed a year because they wanted to make it the best thing they could after the sales started to drop a little bit. It was very smart in my eyes for them to delay Assassin's Creed.
They had a movie last year.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about the movie. Watch Dogs 2 also came out last year, which I think was a push to try and...
Watch Dogs 2 wasn't as bad as people said it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was
it didn't sell as well as the first, for sure. But hopefully Assassin's Creed, now that it has a year to breathe, that we'll now see something that's much more formidable and bigger. And I guarantee if it's not heavily shown at Microsoft's conference, it will be heavily shown here. We should mention the fact that last year it was kind of the stretching point for us with Aisha Tyler. She was all right. There was a few awkward moments, but now she's not going to be coming back, which is kind of a shame because she's actually pretty much in the face.
Who's going to do it?
Apparently, just developers from Ubisoft.
Okay.
So it's going to be a time where we get to see Ubisoft as human as possible.
As Ubisoft.
Yeah, as Ubisoft. Anyway, back to where we were. Assassin's Creed Origins. Going to be fun. It's going to be great.
Now for something that has been announced.
And shown.
Far Cry 5.
Yes.
There were some rumors about where Far Cry 5 was taking place, but then it finally said, nope, it's coming out in it's America.
It's America. And you're fighting these religious zealots who essentially want to take over the country.
Yes. Extremists.
Yep, and you play as a cop. Cool, and you get to pick your gender as well, and go from there. Far Cry has been known to be very diverse in its locations.
The last one's Primal. Far Cry Primal was.
Yeah, that took place in a different timeline, but it apparently took place in the fourth took place in the Himalayas, and in the third took place in.
I don't even know where the third one took place.
I can't remember. So one took place.
Can't think back that far.
But each game has essentially been very different from each other, both still similar in the same sense. So Far Cry 5, I think, could really be an interesting twist.
Taking place in, like I said, in America is going to be a very different setting because, again, it's been so big. Areas like, oh, we're up in the mountains, oh, we're in a jungle. We're in America.
I can't wait to see the Purple Mountains majesty. I haven't seen Purple Mountains myself.
I'm curious to see how the environment plays out as being in America.
Yeah, and apparently you can much like Primal, where you get to befriend an animal and it helps you. The same thing can happen in 5. So I want to figure out what they're going to do as well from Primal in the previous games to expand on Far Cry 5. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go with the villains, because they always like playing with the villains. The villains of Far Cry series have been pretty crazy.
Been pretty crazy
the last few games. And so I have a feeling this one is probably going to be pretty borderline to that point as well. So another sequel that was announced just a few months ago, at the same time Far Cry 5 was The Crew 2.
The sequel to the Crew, obviously.
Yeah.
Where you race across country with your posse, and you're trying to get points by beating other groups. And that's all I remember from it.
I was finally trying to see how the different ways you could say crew without saying crew again. But the Crew 2 we haven't seen anything of, and if it's anything, it could be a combination of the style that it was before with that enhancement, the expansion Wild Ride. This could be a fun game. They tend to do a lot better with their sequels because then they have the time to really refine the concepts and take the feedback from gamers alike. So this could be a really solid title when they show it off. I pretty much guarantee we'll see a trailer at least to the show.
And the point is to be riding with your gang.
Oh, stop it. It's confusing. Another sequel that will be at the show is no doubtably South Park, The Fractured But Whole.
Yes. This is the second or third E3 that we've seen this game.
I can't remember.
It got delayed.
No, I think it's the second one. I think they announced The Fractured But Whole. I think around the previous E3, but not at E3. It was like, oh, it was at E3. What am I talking about?
Of course it was at E3.
This is the second E3 part.
But the idea is that it's an RPG system, but you actually move your characters around.
So it's kind of like a strategy RPG as well. we thought it was coming out earlier this year. It got delayed a bit, so I'm not sure.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a good sign or a bad sign, but either way, it's still going to be coming. It's a matter about when. Hopefully soon and good.
There's nothing else more to say about that. I'm hoping the creators come back on stage because they're always hysterical.
They've been pretty good.
They're usually off script, and
yeah.
it's just crazy to see what they can do with the show. As opposed to Just Dance,
which are always on script.
Which is always like, oh,
no dance,
dance.
So I was going to actually put a year afterwards, because I know there's Just Dance 2017, but I don't know if this is 2017 or if it's 2018.
This is 2017.
I mean,
we are in
2017, right?
But we're going to be in 2018.
Yeah, that's why I thought about it.
So it's going to be Just Dance 2019.
Yep. They may very well showcase the Switch element to this game.
I have no idea what they'll show for it.
They'll show phone controllers, be like, you can use your phones, but they're going to show like nothing of the game.
They're going to start it with it. They're going to start with
Just Dance.
So why not? Didn't last year they come out with everyone dancing like crazy? Like, okay, let's get the show started.
Oh yeah, they had like the guy in like the giraffe outfit that showed up. I remember that. Peppered Farm remembers.
And then there's The Division.
The Division has content. I'm sure of it. The Division has been a pretty solid contender for them, though it's kind of losing steam. What a perfect time to announce an expansion or new content.
Year 2 content.
Year 2 content. And the same thing goes For Honor. I think For Honor has been a pretty solid title. Apparently,
it's losing a lot of
user base on the PC side anyways. I think it's about time to announce some DLC products.
A new faction.
New faction? That might break a bit. That might shift things a bit. Or have
quite a bit.
Or have something like the Splatfest, where you have like some people fight against each other for different things. I must find out if I like Squidward or SpongeBob better. For Valhalla.
This next one leaked.
So so the background at this point, the next 3 games on the list are all games that have not been announced officially. The rumor has it that there's going to be announcing a new IP. I think they even said so in their teaser trailer video for the upcoming E3. They said there's a new IP to be unveiled at their press event. Mm-hmm. So, one of them was leaked all over the place.
Yes.
It's so leaky that I'd be drowning if it were water. The game is called Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yes, it's an XCOM RPG where you play as Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi, with Rabbids dressed as Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi. And each one has their own weapon combinations and different abilities, and you're trying to stop the Rabbids from invading the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, and so the game has supposedly got 4 worlds
with
and
like 5
bosses,
levels apiece,
and you kind of move, and you don't control them, you control a machine that then guides them, so essentially you're playing a strategy RPG. The game has more or less been fully leaked in terms of unveiling.
The only thing we haven't seen is clear screenshots and
gameplay
footage. That's pretty much it. But the question is whether Nintendo's going to talk about this or if Ubisoft's going to.
Yeah.
Because Ubisoft is actually the guys publishing it.
Yeah.
Which is a shocker.
Yeah, so Ubisoft, I mean, they've worked with Nintendo pretty closely. I mean, Zombie U and Rayman Legends were both showcased at their press conference
for the Wii U.
For Wii U, and shown at Nintendo's press conference as well. So this could be a case where we see both showcasing this game. This is a game that's a really big, close work project for the company.
Especially since Mario is a major.
So I think this is a game that both companies want to push. Ubisoft's clearly the publisher, so they're the one who's going to be pushing it the most, I think. But Nintendo is still going to be like, guys,
it's Mario.
Check this out. Mario's in this game. You're going to want it. And I think that's going to be the big selling point, much like how you have Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Yes.
It's not Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games. It's not Rabbids and Mario Kingdom Battle.
It's Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
I think they'll show that game. They probably will show a full battle sequence, or at least a portion of the battle sequence at their press conference, and Nintendo will show.
Now we know it's going to be somewhere at E3 because in the leaked stuff it says unveiled E3.
We've only known about it for 4 months,
and actually it leaked way back actually as a rumor before even the Switch was announced.
Yeah,
so this has been a long time rumoring.
Yeah, rumoring. The other 2 new IPs don't have names. Well, I think one might, but one is a game called Pioneer, which supposedly is based on a trailer that we saw in Watch Dogs 2. Where you're supposed to.
It was part of a game where you had to, where it was Ubisoft was actually in their game.
Yeah, in their own game.
And they're like, oh, we got this. Keep quiet about it. And so you have to hack in, grab the trailer, and you launch the trailer for everyone else to see. And apparently, the trailer was a real game that Ubisoft was working on, and they just were like, "Oh, we're not going to do anything with that." But now they're thinking they might actually do something with it.
Yeah, so this might be one of the. We know at the end of the show, Yuzgimon shows up and goes,
And
"We're going to show you
one more.
one more." Although we showed up one time with 2 more.
Okay,
but,
yeah, to be fair.
But this. Oh, by the way, one thing I forgot about this is that we don't have anything for Wildlands. DLC for Wildlands might be.
Oh, of course, this came
but
out.
but that just came out. But Pioneer would be a new IP that they don't have any like. There's no precedent, so this would be a solid idea that could fill their lineup. And another idea that's come about is apparently a developer for a while has been working on the taking a Black Flag for Assassin's Creed. Apparently there was a lot of positivity internally for that game.
Pirates.
So they decided they wanted to maybe take the engine of what was used in Assassin's Creed and in the boat battles and turn it into its own specific IP, a pirates-based IP.
Oh, like a Sea of Thieves.
A Sea of Thieves. Oh my gosh!
Yes. Hopefully it's not going to be exactly like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, if anything, this one is least likely to show in my eyes. Because it's the one that's the most like it's been actually
it's the one that we don't know anything about because there's no leaks for it.
Exactly. Also, I didn't mention Steep at all, but Steep I think is I don't know.
I think they're going to wrap up Steep, or they're going to announce some new like events.
Yeah. I don't think it's anything specific. But Ubisoft is going. Last year was not that enticing for me in terms of what it was offering. I don't know what happened.
It was kind of slow. I think the presentation didn't go as well as it should have, and hopefully they'll do better this year. Yeah, so this year I'm hoping that the flow will keep it going, and all these announcements, when you look at it, will go, you know what, I think I'm ready for some Ubisoft purchases. But, good luck with Ubisoft there before they become Ubisoft Vivendi or what have you. Anyway, so that's all for... it's all for third party. And then we're still in Monday. We're still in Monday, but next is Sony. S-O-N-Y. Let's check that out. Oh man, this is going to be fun.